you are doing very well. I'm finally going to do my tattoo apprenticeship video. I've been wanting to do this for quite a while. I've had some notes written down for quite a while. Throughout this video, I'm going to showcase somewhere in this video some awesome tattoo apprentices' work. So I've found them on Instagram type thing. A couple of you guys have suggested them as well, so thank you. So yeah, they'll be up here, and like honestly, their work just blows my mind. It's just like, wow, okay, you've only been tattooing for what, like 6 months, and you can do this? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, what is your ability going to be in like 6 years' time? Like, wow, like, we are going to be spoiled in the future for tattoo artists. Let me tell you, you think we're spoiled now, but the future of tattoo artists is just amazing. I'm just like, this is a good time to be alive when it comes to tattooing. Let's just talk about tattoo apprenticeships. This may help you in some way if you want to be a tattoo artist, or you just want to know more about tattooing and what a tattoo artist has to go through to become a tattoo artist, if that makes sense. So hopefully this may help you a bit. I'm not really talking in depth about every single thing. It's just brushing over some certain things. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Probably not. So let me just talk about my thoughts and feelings on tattoo apprentices. First of all, let's just do that side of things. When I first started getting tattooed and stuff like that, I was completely naive. I didn't know anything about tattooing. Honestly, to be honest with you guys, I didn't know a lot about tattooing until I was about 23. Yeah, about 3 years ago, honestly. Like, I didn't know that much about tattooing or tattoos until I was about 23. I started to get into tattoos when I was about 19, and then I really got into it about 3 years ago. So yeah, I was completely naive to the whole tattoo world. I didn't know much. I'd got crappy tattoos. We've been through the whole story a few times. When I first heard about tattoo apprenticeships and what they do and what their job is and the training to be a tattoo artist, I always thought, oh my god, absolutely not. I would never get tattooed by someone who is training. They have no idea what they're doing. They're completely clueless. They wouldn't know one end of the needle to the other. You know, I would just distance myself from them completely. Why would you even want to be tattooed by someone who hasn't been tattooing that long? That's ridiculous. That was my mind frame from the age of like 17, 18 or whatever. When I got to like the age of 19, and then I started to get better tattoos, not amazing tattoos, but better tattoos than the ones that I got when I was very young, I pretty much thought, you know, okay, cool, like, tattoo apprentices, you know, they've got to start somewhere, obviously, so, you know, for anyone that was learning to tattoo, I would be like, you know what, okay, sure, I would let you tattoo me type thing. I didn't really think much of it. I was just like, yeah, cool, yeah. I've never been tattooed by a tattoo apprentice. Let me say that, first of all. But yeah, I thought more positively about the whole idea. Fast forward to the age of 23, and now, as I'm sitting here, I just love tattoo apprentices. Like, honestly, like, I feel like obviously everyone's got to start somewhere. Because I've come to learn that tattoo apprenticeships are extremely hard. They take balls and guts to go through. I feel like they need a lot more credit, and that's why I wanted to do this video. I feel like tattoo apprentices just need more uplifting because they have to go through such a hard time. So let's talk about what a tattoo apprentice has to go through, and it's a lot. So in a tattoo apprentice, I mean, first of all, when you go for an apprenticeship or you're applying for an apprenticeship job, I mean, it's hard. Like, tattoo apprenticeships are like gold dust, basically. Like, if you think about it, in a town, like my town has about 4 tattoo studios in just my town. I mean, there's towns surrounding me and stuff like that that have like 4 or 5 tattoo studios themselves, but in my town there's about 4 tattoo studios. Now, it's not like a supermarket or a department store, you know, where there's multiple vacancies. There's only one tattoo apprenticeship per studio, if that studio wants that, because obviously you've got to train someone up. It's a lot of responsibility. So say like 3 of those tattoo studios allow apprenticeships. Okay, so there's like 50 to 100 to 200 people applying for that one job. And again, it's not like a department store or anything where you can have multiple vacancies. You've got 1 in 200 chance of getting that job. So that means you have to stand out like a motherfucker. And if you don't stand out, you have no chance, like absolutely no chance. If your artwork isn't up to par or there's no evidence of you progressing. So say you brought in your first portfolio and your newest portfolio into the interview and there's no difference, they're just like, well, you can't progress, so why would I teach you? And they would just send you on your way. It's a very dog-eat-dog world when it comes to tattooing. It's so hard to get into. This is why I say to anyone that wants to be a tattoo apprentice or a tattoo artist, you just got to pretty much eat, drink, sleep, breathe tattoo and tattoo art. You've got to practice every waking minute. You've got to make sure you're progressing. You've got to try new things. You just got to go out there, and you need to stand out as well. Like, you need to come up with your own style, which I know, like I've said in a Q&A video, I know is extremely hard because, you know, a traditional tattoo has to look like a traditional tattoo, otherwise it's not called traditional, it's some crazy ass tattoo design that you've just come up with, which is totally okay. I always say look at tattoo artists that have come up with their own ideas. I'll probably make a video on that subject soon. So try and be creative, come up with your own ideas and get inspiration from other tattoo artists, but don't copy them, because a lot of tattoo artists have knowledge on tattoo artists. They'll be like, okay, so your tattoo designs look exactly like something John Barrett would do. Don't be a clone, don't want to teach you type thing. So you've just got to try and manipulate it type thing. So if you're lucky enough to get a tattoo apprenticeship and you're in, you've got the job, it's all secure, now comes the even harder bit. Like, getting the apprenticeship is extremely hard, but then what's to come is harder. A tattoo apprentice is pretty much, as harsh as this will sound, and I hope I don't offend anyone or whatever, but they are pretty much, for the first sort of couple of months or so, I don't know the exact amount of time, but they are pretty much the tattoo studio's bitch slave, like, without a doubt. Like, it's just like a hairdresser apprenticeship where you just, you know, make coffees and clean up and then wash people's hair. You just do the nitty gritty shitty jobs basically, and you need to do those to learn what it takes to be a tattoo artist. You need to learn everything from the bottom up. Like, you need to know every single thing, and that's why the first couple of months of a tattoo apprenticeship is pretty shitty. You won't even pick up a tattoo machine, and if you do, it's to like look at it and clean it and learn every single bit of detail on it. But basically you learn everything, absolutely everything to do with a tattoo studio, from booking appointments to answering the phone to cleaning up to putting out inks correctly, the way that your tattoo artist or your tattoo mentor likes it. It's for the greater good. It sucks because I know everyone gets antsy and they just want to tattoo and they want to draw, which is understandable. But there's a good reason why tattoo artists don't, you know, let people just tattoo straight away, because it's their reputation at hand first of all, it's the studio's reputation at hand first of all, and if they think you're not ready to tattoo because you can't even clean up a station yet, they're not going to let you tattoo. So that's why it's reputation at stake, and it's for your safety as well, and it's for their client's safety, and they've got to make sure that you can at least clean things properly and look after a studio properly before you tattoo, if that makes sense. Like, there's a lot more to tattooing than actually tattooing, if that makes sense. So it's not just marking someone's skin, you know, it's the hygienic side of things, it's the cleanliness, it's the just shop things. And the thing is with tattoo apprenticeships, and what makes them so hard, it's not just the hard work that you put in for it, it's the case of you constantly feel pressured. And what I mean by that is because there was literally another 200 people waiting for that job, or 200 people that applied for that job, and you were 1 in 200 that got it. If you mess up, if you aren't progressing properly, if you're not doing what the tattoo artist that's teaching you is telling you, they can easily just say, okay, you got three strikes. After 3 strikes, you're gone. Because unfortunately, and this sucks to say this, and I sound like really harsh when I say this, but you are so easily replaceable. So if you mess up a lot, or if you don't take it seriously, and if you don't have enough passion for it, they're just like, well, the guy that I interviewed before you wanted this a lot and had great potential, so I'm just going to go and hire him. And you're replaced. Just like that. And it's the same for every job, but when it comes to tattoo apprenticeships, because they are very, very hard to come by, you know, it's a case of like, bye, you know, like there's people that can replace you very easily. But saying that, it may sound like I'm making a tattoo artist mentor sound like evil Hitler. They're pretty much looking after a toddler. So you know when a toddler can sort of walk, but then they want to run, so they want to run before they walk? That's what a tattoo apprentice is. They want to run before they can walk. And being that tattoo artist that is teaching a tattoo apprentice can be kind of hard and stressful, I would say. So you've got to look at it both ways. Like, you've got to give credit to your tattoo apprentice for putting up with the restrictions of not being allowed to do something that you want to do badly. But then you've got to look at the tattoo artist, who's the mentor side of things, and think, okay, well, you're actually teaching someone everything, and then they're going to be allowed to mark someone's skin for life. Do you know what I mean? So there's 2 sides to it, and that's pretty much everything I've covered. So if you yourself want to be a tattoo apprentice, like I said, fill up sketchbooks, don't stop, never give up. If a tattoo artist says no to you, don't give up. Like I said, there's another 3-4 tattoo studios probably in your area. If not, yeah, you may have to travel. And if it's something you are deadly, deadly serious about, and there isn't that many tattoo studios around you, move if you can, if it's possible and you're allowed to, because you may be young. But I would say move to a place with tons of tattoo studios. So in cities like, say in England, like London, Birmingham, Manchester, and like America, so you've got like LA, New York, San Francisco, just other places that are very artsy. But that's the case of never give up. Even if it's going to take you years, just keep trying. So even if you have to take a temporary job in a retail store or in a restaurant, just don't give up. Just keep drawing. Never ever stop. Even when you're getting to like the age of 40, just don't give up. I know it's very disheartening. I know it's going to be a tough industry to get into. It's a hard job to get into, but once you're a certified, qualified tattoo artist, all those tears, all that ink, all that cleaning up, all that tea making, all those booking appointments, all those answering the phones, it's so going to be worth it, because one day you could be that tattoo artist that teaches someone to tattoo. And that's like such a good feeling, you know, like giving back and stuff. So never give up. So I think that is pretty much everything I can say on this matter. If you've got any questions, comment down below, and I hope this has helped in some way or form. I may have missed out a few details, but I think I've covered the essentials. If you are a tattoo apprentice or tattoo artist, comment down below and you may be able to help someone, and that'd be awesome, because again, I don't know everything. So the more information the better in my videos, so that's why I love when you guys comment and say, oh actually, and this, or you know, or you could do this, and I absolutely love that. So yeah, I hope this helped in some way, and then if you guys give me enough information about stuff, I can easily make another video. That's all I can say really. I hope this has helped. I don't know if it has or not, I just ramble on. So yeah, until my next video, I hope you guys are all doing very well, and until then, bye!